Let me talk about leverage for a minute, which is really what we're all about and what growth in real estate and growth in real estate investing is all about. We have a lot of people who get into real estate investing and say, I don't have enough money to do it. Or the flip side, I have all the money. I can fund this on my own. Leverage is sort of the sweet spot in the middle to say, you won't have to put as much money down. You don't need enough money to fund the whole thing on your own. But if you have enough money to fund it on your own, it's still not really the best idea. Still not really the best use of your money. We have clients who we work with who have enough money to fund the properties on their own. Cash in the bank. Not everyone, but we do run into that. So someone will come in, sit down with us in the office, or we'll talk on the phone. I've saved up $150,000. It's a lot of money. I can buy a place in the city, maybe for $100, and I can do the rehab for $50, and I'm good to go. And that's true. They can do that. They can afford to do that. But we run through and say, wait a second. That's all the money you have. Putting all your eggs in one basket. Is that really what you want to do with your entire life savings? You want to put it all on the line. Whether it's real estate or whether it's the casino, there's still risk. Real estate is hard. Real estate is risky. We're going to help minimize that risk. We're going to help reduce that risk by doing the homework and making sure you have us as the other set of eyes to look at the properties. But there's still risk involved. So putting all of that money towards one property, one project, puts too much at risk at one time, doesn't spread it out at all. It's going to cause a lot of sleepless nights. That's not a win for anyone. You're also not going to be able to take advantage of any other opportunities as they arise. So you had 150, you bought the one property, you focused on the one property. Maybe as you get a little more experience, get a little more comfortable, maybe you want to grab another one. Maybe a deal that you could not turn down pops up. You don't have any money to jump on it. Maybe something goes wrong with the property. You don't have any extra money to deal with it either because you've put all your eggs in one basket. This is where leverage kicks in. Borrowing the money. Borrowing a portion of the money. You say, you know what? Maybe I'll just go to some friends. I'll go to some family. We have people that tried that. They end up coming back to us because when they were sitting around at Thanksgiving 4 days ago, it was not a pretty dinner because all they were asking is, how's that deal? Where's my money? When are you going to be done with it? How's it going? Why didn't I get paid back yet? You said it was going to be finished by now. None of the real estate deals ever finish on time. They just don't. People call us up, I'll be done in 60 days. It doesn't happen. So leverage with us, try us, a hard money lender, kicks in. Borrowing a large chunk of the money, even if you have the $150,000 in cash, makes the most sense. You're still going to be profitable. You're still going to have a good return on your investment, whether it's a flip or whether it's a hold. So with us, you're going to put down 20% of the purchase price. So in that example, $100,000 purchase, pretty easy number, you would put down $20,000. So of your 150, you're only bringing 20,000 to closing plus the closing costs. We're going to fund 80,000 of the purchase price, 80% of the purchase price, and 100% of the rehab amount. All 50,000. Okay? So we're going to give you 130,000. That's our skin in the game. Significant amount of money. That's why we're going to look out for all the deals and make sure they make sense. That's why we're going to make sure the ARV is there or the rental income is there. Make sure we like the property. Make sure we like everything about the deal. We're putting $130,000 out in that situation. You're bringing 20 plus closing costs. If you get experience and you get comfortable knowing what you're doing, and we'll make sure you don't jump too quickly in that direction, you could do that multiple times with that same $150,000. Maybe 3 times, maybe 4 times. With the same amount of money, you could have funded 1 on your own or 3 or 4 with us as the lender. That's what leverage is all about. That's what seasoned, experienced people do as they get and want to get to the next level. seasoned experience. People can do that from day one, but as you want to grow and have the opportunity to get to the next level, borrowing that money, using us as the partner, which is essentially what we are, okay, in the deal, is really going to help you have more money in your pocket for the rainy day, have more money in your pocket for other opportunities, or just have more money in your pocket, period, which is always a good thing. We're going to fund the rest of that. If you think of different types of examples with larger loan amounts or smaller loan amounts, you can think about how that leverage can stretch and go so much longer, so much farther with less money out of your pocket. We have people who do $40,000 purchases, okay? Our minimum loan amount is $75,000, okay? But that's the combined amount with the rehab budget and the purchase price. So buying a place for $40,000 and doing a $100,000 rehab, 20% of $40,000, $8,000 you're bringing, plus closing costs. Call it $18,000 you'd bring to the table. We would fund $132,000. All of that rehab money we would fund. That's really leveraging money. Think how much money you're bringing for how much money you're getting. That's what leverage is all about. On the flip side of that example, buying a place for $150,000 and doing a $30,000 rehab, you'd obviously be bringing more money, $30,000 to the table, okay, plus closing costs, and we'd be funding the $120,000 plus the rehab. So that's where leverage really kicks in and allows you to stretch that dollar to go much farther along the way, do more properties, bigger properties, larger properties, maybe multi-unit properties, larger commercial properties as you get comfortable with it. And we're going to look out for you to make sure that's the right move at the right time. That's a big part of what we do.